What is up, guys? It is Midwest Raider game update, bringing you another video for my channel. Preseason game. We got the Vegas Raiders versus the LA Rams, guys. I want to talk about it just a little bit, make it a quick video, just because the game was pretty good at the end. It got really good. Now the first half wasn't as good. First quarter is pretty good, but then in the middle of the game, it just wasn't right, guys. I seemed like we were almost digressing a little bit with the defense and the offense. Just didn't look quite like it was clicking in the middle of the game there. So like the end of the second, beginning of the third, we just look a little bit off, but we'll get into that in a little bit. You're hooked up right now with Midwest Raider game update, talking about the Raiders preseason. I'm going to talk everything Vegas Raiders. Going into the season, guys, if I watch a game, I'm going to go ahead and just bring you a video, talk Raiders. That's all I'm here to do. Help out with the little stats, a little of my opinion on the Vegas Raiders, and just talk football. That's all I'm here to do, guys. So I just want to have some fun, talk some football, and enjoy it. So if you guys are just interested in checking out a video on the Las Vegas Raiders, come on, hang with me, guys, and let's get into the video. So I just want to talk about some key players at first, and then I want to ask you guys some questions. But one of the key players, of course, Nathan Peterman, again, balling out, playing quarterback, 16 for 24 for 172 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, but still played pretty good and was able to score when it counted. Towards the end of the game, fourth quarter, we made it count and we got some scores in. So very, very good there. Also, Emons and Regis looked pretty good, guys. These extra running backs that we have look very, very good. Hopefully we get to keep one, put them somewhere in case Rashad doesn't come back with injury or those types of things, because both of these guys are pretty good. It's going to be a toss-up because I really think both of them are a little bit better at one or other thing. So I think Regis really looks good running, catching passes out of the backfield. Had a 24-yard catch just like that during this game. It was pretty impressive coming out of the backfield. Very, very good vision once he catches the ball and moving. But then on the other hand, Emons has a very, very good eye finding holes. I really think he's really, really good. Has vision really good at the line to find that little hole and go ahead and break on it and make some extra yards. So it's very cool. Both of these guys have pretty good skill sets, and I wouldn't mind seeing either one of them on the team. But in my opinion, I like Emons. I really think that the other backs we have good hands, can catch balls out of the backfield, so they can do that already. I really want a running back that if we need to bring somebody in extra, has good vision and can really be a really good running back out of the backfield. So I think that's my opinion on that, guys. Other than that, receiver-wise, same thing going on with the receivers. Turner had a good day. Aitman did a lot better than he did last week. He actually had a catch for a touchdown this week, so that was pretty impressive. And then Keelan Doss kind of had an up and down game. He had a lot better game last week, but this game he was still involved, guys. I'm not going to bring too many stats because it was still pretty low for stats going on there. Other than that, guys, that was the offense. Like, we only scored 17 points. Wasn't too impressive. Like I said, we looked a little bit off but it was enough at the end of the game to get the win. So that's the most important thing. Now, what did improve and really excited me was the defense again. Towards the end of the game, we bent a little bit, but we did not break, and we were able to get the win at the end of the game, guys. Really, with seconds left, they went for a two-point conversion, and we're not able to get that 2-point conversion. So we won the game 17-16. Very impressive defensive stop at the end. Some people say now it's probably a bad pass too, but the defensive guy did his job and got it done, which I think it was Levitt. And Levitt got burnt on another play before that, so at least he didn't get burned on that play. So other than that, guys, the guys that really balled out on defense was Roderick Teamers, and Nate Hobbs, of course. Tanner Muse did pretty good. He had a sack along with Delphon. So they looked pretty good, guys, but not as good as last week. I really think the defense looked a lot more crisp and clean last week, and then this week they looked a little bit confused at certain points of the game. But when it ended, that's when we looked good and we were able to win the game. So that's when it matters. So I'm okay with that, okay? So Tanner Muse, like I said, and Nate Hobbs got a game ball, guys. He's balling out, man. They were really testing him, putting him in different spots and stuff and moving him all around, and he was delivering every time they moved him. In fact, got an interception when he said that was like they put him in corner, and that was the first time they put him in corner, and he got a pick. So he was just looking good, balling out, having fun, and man, he looks good. And he in his interview, he looked kind of humble as well, saying that that's the way he was brought up. So that was cool to hear as well, guys. Other than that, all I got is a little bit of information on some players we signed. We signed a player called Tavon Coney. He is a linebacker. We have a lot of injuries at linebacker right now. So we're and we lost Javon White, guys. It was really disappointing. Javon White really balled out last game, and we had 3 tackles this game in the first half. So I can imagine he probably would have had more in the second half. But he got a knee injury. Also, Malcolm Coons got injured as well, but came back later in the game, but still was playing injured. So, oh man, we're getting a lot of injuries of like our backup players. So hopefully they can get healthy and be good to back up our normal players, because I'm looking forward to having depth this year. And the point of having depth is so they can sub in, play a couple series, and let our starters rest a little bit. We didn't really have that last year, so if we can have that transition between our depth and our starters, man, we're going to have a good year, because they're going to be able to rest up, put them in, and then let the second string get at them a little bit, and then, rotate our players in so they can actually be energized and ready to go for the next play. So anyway, so we did sign a linebacker. I'm not too familiar with Coney, but, we picked him up just as some depth as well. Daniel Carson came back off the COVID list, so that is good that we have our kicker back. And speaking of kickers, Eberle, we ended up waiving him, so he's going to be released. Same with our QB backup Cookins, which we didn't really get to see any, but he is released as well. Liam McClain, also Abu Scarborough, Caleb Scott, Devontae Bisbee, and Ethan Westbrooks. So a CBDT wide receiver, a running back, they all got waived. So we're definitely cutting it down to get to our 53-man roster that we need to be at and move on for the rest of the season. So we do have another game coming up, guys, preseason. So hopefully we kind of put everything that's going on into perspective, and we continue to make progress, guys. We're definitely not going to see any of the starters, and in my opinion, I don't think we should. You can already see how much injury is going around in the league, including our team. We never get too lucky on that. So no reason putting our players at risk. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, keep testing these second, third string players, keep seeing how they're developing. Also, develop them, give them some game time. That way, when they have to come in and play for the starters, at least they'll have some game time behind them, because the starters they played pretty much every play down last year. So they definitely know what it's like to be in a game. So that should snap right back to them really quick as they begin. The only reason I see getting them in a game is maybe the very, very last preseason game, and we'll see if we get them maybe one series or something like that. But there's really no reason, just because of injury. Like I said, guys, it would just ruin our year. So also, I'd really like to see Mariota. Hopefully we'll get to see him in the last 2 preseason games. If not this next one, maybe just last one, just for a little bit. He was suited up, but it was only a case of emergency. So maybe we can have a little bit, just a glimpse of him and see how he's doing, how he's progressing as well. So, all right, guys, tell me what you guys think about the starters. Do you want to see any starters in the preseason, or should we just hold out and play it safe, guys? My opinion, hold out, play it safe. Also, who do you think balled out in the defense, in your guys' opinion? Of course, we know Nate Hobbs did, Javon White did, and hopefully he's okay, and rest up, get a speedy recovery, and come back, because you're a baller, man. I hope you come back really soon. But tell me who else you guys thought played really good in this game. I really think there's probably a handful of people, but like I said, I think honestly the defense and the offense a little bit lagged compared to the first game, where everybody looked a little bit more clicking last game. This game just a little bit off at certain points, but good enough in the fourth quarter to get it done. So thank you guys for tuning in. It has been Midwest Raider game update, guys. If I watch a game, I'm going to bring it to you guys, talk Las Vegas football to you and bring you guys the game review, highlights, whatever I can bring to you guys, and talk Raider football, guys. That's all I'm here to do. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has been Midwest Raider Game Update. Please like, subscribe, and share if you guys are interested in my videos and talking Raiders football. I'll talk to you guys later.